Hello, welcome. My name is Julie and I go by Mrs. Frugal Trash to Cash here on YouTube and also on Instagram. So if you're new here, welcome. My husband Justin and I are both full-time resellers. Our main platform is eBay, but we do a little bit of selling on Poshmark too. So today's video is going to be about the top 10 things I personally do to help my business be successful. So everybody does everything differently. You know, there's the age-old debate between free shipping and buyer pays shipping, promote, not promote. Everybody does things differently, and that's okay. But I do find that sometimes when I hear how other people run their business, I might get a nugget from it that will help me with mine. So I just figured I would share my top 10 things that have helped us run a successful eBay reselling business. So the first thing I do is I underpromise and overdeliver. And essentially, this just means I want the customer to be thrilled when they get their item and it to be better than they expected. So, one of the ways I do it is we have 2 day shipping. That covers us if there's an emergency, but also 99% of the time, I ship within 1 day. So, if you look at my feedback, so many people are thrilled that they got their item so much quicker than they thought. And another way is describe all flaws, take lots of pictures of all flaws. Even though they might seem minor, just talk about it. Then when the person gets it, they know what they're getting. And a lot of times I'll have people say, wow, these were in so much better condition than I thought they were going to be. So that's just a way to elevate your customer service by being very honest and in the end surprising the customer and giving them a better deal or better customer service than they expected. My number 2 tip that works extremely well for us is to send offers to watchers quickly. I see people talk about all the time that they only send offers maybe once a day. Sometimes I even hear people say they only send them once a week. And that honestly surprises me. Now I understand not everybody wants to be on and working 24/7, but I check my phone continuously to see if I have any watchers. And if I do, I send out offers because people are shopping now. Like they don't want to wait a week for to buy this item in most cases, which means whoever sends them an offer or whoever has the best deal is primarily going to get the sale that day. So if someone's watching my shoes and a couple other pair of shoes and our prices are all similar and I send an offer immediately, I chances are am going to get that sale if that person is ready to buy. But if I wait a couple days to send the offer, those other people that they were watching very well could have sent them one already. And the sale has already been made, the deal has been done, and I've lost that sale. So I find for our business, sending offers as soon as I notice there's watchers on items works very well. I looked up the statistics a little while ago, and I'm trying to remember. I think like at least 50% of our sales come from offers. So it really helps our business. And I encourage you to send out offers frequently instead of waiting and sending them all, once a week or even once a day. Because, if you're on quickly looking at something and you're trying to decide which one you're going to go at, and then that offer shoots through immediately, that can help you make the sale. All right, my third tip, and I've talked about in other videos, is tell people what you do. Though what we do is strange to a lot of people, I have gotten so many free items just because people know we resell and they're like, I'm about to donate this. Do you want to look through it first? It's just amazing. So currently, I think I have 4 or 5 people that live in my neighborhood that just randomly drop stuff off at my house. They always are like, oh, maybe you don't want this. And we always say, it's fine, just leave whatever. I don't know about you guys, but we are at thrift stores continuously. So if I don't want what they drop off, I'm just going to donate it the next time I'm at the thrift store. But I have made so much money by getting free things like from people because I've simply told them what I do. I mean, I have a garage sale probably about once a year, and I've had neighbors come to my garage sale and be like, "Oh, you guys resell? Are you interested in? I have a whole box of stuff that I'm going to get rid of." And then now that same neighbor, every time she declutters and gets ready to drop off at the Goodwill, she calls us, we pick it all up, and I have made so much money off of stuff she's dropped off. Just this, or last week, I guess it is. I've lost all track of my days since we were gone for FlipCon. But just last week, another neighbor is cleaning out an estate of a family member. She gave me like 4 huge moving boxes full of vintage Christmas items. Like, just, I can't say it enough. Tell people what you do. My next tip, and something that we started to do probably about a year and a half ago. Sorry, my glasses are always askew. Fun fact, one of my ears is higher than the other, which is why my glasses are always askew. Um, so back to my tip. Um, and I forgot what it was. Oh, now I remember. So I started turning on offers on all of my listings. So for the first like year and a half I resold, every time I made a listing, I put that I was not accepting offers. And so I would occasionally have people send me offers in the messages, and I would send offers to watchers, but I didn't have turn offers on. But then I kept hearing people talk about that it helped with sales, that eBay favored those that had offers turned on. So I use the bulk like listing tool kind of thing, and put offers on all of my items. And it absolutely increased sales. Do I get lowball offers? Yes, all the time. But do I also get offers that eventually result in a sale? Either it's a decent offer or I counter offer and we meet kind of in the middle. Absolutely. Now you can turn on limits to offers. So if they send something that's lower than what you want to accept, it automatically just declines it. But I personally just accept all offers because the eBay algorithm loves it. And I can't tell you how many times, like, I get a lowball offer on something, I counter offer, not decline, counter offer, and then the full price sale comes in. Because our theory is eBay doesn't want you to sell that item on an offer. They want you to sell it for full price because it makes them more money. So when you're going back and forth with someone on offers, it's just a theory, but maybe they boost you up in the algorithm in the hopes that someone will buy it for full price and they'll make more money. Could be completely not true. But if you talk to a lot of resellers, they'll tell you that so many times when they're like sending offers back and forth, with someone, that the item will then sell for full price like right away. So definitely turn on offers is my suggestion. All right. So my number 5 tip is search Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Nextdoor, buy, sell, like free groups, that kind of thing, for free items that you can sell. You will be amazed at what people give away for free. In the last like 2 weeks, just 2 things I can think of off the top of the head, my head, on top of the head, top of my head. I don't know how. Okay. Rollo printer. Someone had free on Craigslist. We sold it for like $135, and a set of Encyclopedia Britannica that we sold for $200 that we got free. I think that was also Craigslist, but it might have been Facebook Marketplace. People give stuff away all the time. And a lot of times when we'll go to pick something up for free, they'll be like, "Oh, I also have this. Are you interested in this?" I mean, it's amazing. If you watched my church sale video, which was, I think, 2 videos ago, maybe something like that, we completely cleaned out all the leftovers from a church sale. We didn't have to pay anything, but we had to come and take absolutely everything. And just to give you an idea, so I have only sold one, two, three, 4 items. 4 items from the church sale because I barely listed anything from the church sale. I was trying to work through the inventory that I actually purchased before I start with the church sale. But on those 4 items, we have already made an $80 profit. So there is so much stuff out there that is free, but you have to look for it. So we just have the apps on our phone, and numerous times during the day, when there's a lull, just look and see what's out there and, try to be the first one to grab the free goodies that can make you a lot of money. All right, number 6 is something that we've pretty much done from the beginning. And since I've already talked about getting items for free, it kind of rolls in with that, is that we want to buy low and sell high. And it seems like an obvious thing. That's, how you make money, but we try to keep our cost of goods super low. We source from the bins like a large percentage of our business. And then I guess equally as large now is on 99-cent day at our Goodwill. I mean, obviously, we're making enough to support our entire family, and we're selling items that we purchased most of the time for less than like $1 a piece. So you don't have to spend tons of money to make money. And I would, especially in the beginning, encourage you to keep your like cost of goods really low, because there's a good chance in the beginning you're buying stuff that won't necessarily sell fast, sell at all, or sell for a large amount of money. Now, yes, good deals come along where you drop lots of money. I mean, Justin goes out all the time and buys a grouping of weights for like $300. But, he knows by figuring it out that that is enough profit left over for him to sell them for a great amount. But overall, I guess just our philosophy is that you don't have to spend a huge amount of money to make money reselling. You can definitely find items that sell for $1. I mean, that you purchase for $1 that you can easily sell for like a $15 to $20 profit. I mean, obviously, sometimes you could sell them for way more than that, but on average, and that's a decent amount of money. Sell 5 things a day for that, and that's like $100, especially if you're just doing this part time. So I know there are many people that would disagree, and they're like, you have to spend money to make money. But our personal philosophy is to buy as low as we possibly can, and then, of course, sell for as much as we can. All right, my number 7 tip that we do, which helps majorly increase our sales, is one that always is controversial. We promote all of our listings. So, there is team promote, team don't promote. Then there's team promote like to the suggested rate they offer, or yeah, obviously suggested rate that they suggest. And then there's people, that just have a flat percentage. That's what team we're on. So I do believe Justin handles all the weights. He was promoting all the weights to 3%. Maybe he has upped it a little bit. But everything else that we list, I do. And I promote everything to 5%. So when we first started out, we did not promote at all. And then I kept hearing people talk about it. So I decided to try. And back then you could promote to 1%. And I promoted to 1%, and it boosted our business from selling like 4 to 5 items a day to selling like 8 items a day. It was amazing. So then as time went on, it seemed like it wasn't working as well. So I upped it to 2%. And now that is the minimum you can promote to. They got rid of 1%. And we stayed at 2% for quite some time. And then I have heard people talk about, like, instead of running a sale, just run like a promotion where you up it. So I upped it to 5% and then just decided to keep it there. So I guess some math to do. So eBay's average fees, I think, are between 12 and 13%. So by promoting to 5%, that takes me to 17 to 18% in fees. But just a comparison, Poshmark charges a flat rate of 20% in fees. So really, it's still staying competitive and, not too bad. I personally never, ever, ever promote to their suggested rates. I mean, nowadays, their suggested rates are like 11 to 12% on some items. I'm like, no way in heck am I giving you like I mean, add that to the 12%. That's like a huge amount of money you're taking from me. But I feel like the 5% keeps us competitive, gives us a big, an edge above others, but still doesn't break the bank. And I'm not saying you even have to promote the 5%. You might be perfectly great at 2%. And of course, if there's not a lot of competition on some items, some people will choose not even to promote them. I just do it, like I said, the flat 5%. And I think Justin does the weights at 3, but maybe he's joined me at 5. I'm not really sure. But we just personally find that to be a great way to like get us more sales because there's more eyes on our product. And if you didn't know, just because you promote an item does not mean it's going to sell via promoted listing. If they don't click on the one that's kind of at the top that says ad promoted, if they find you another way, they do not charge you the promoted listing on it. I feel like maybe like half my listings that sell, oh no, maybe a little more than that. Maybe like 60% of my listings that sell are promoted. I can double check on that. If I'm wrong, I'll put it on the screen, the exact amount. But yes, they don't automatically charge you for promoted listings. Number 8 is not a fun one, but it's a very necessary one. How we keep our business running smoothly and not going off the rails when tax time comes is by keeping good records. Whether you are doing it the old fashioned way with pen and pencil, or I think most of us that, are selling more than just a few things a month, have some kind of software we use. But I personally use QuickBooks for self employed. Honestly, it doesn't do exactly what I want it to do, but I'm struggling to find something I like better. I used to use GoDaddy, which was very popular in the reselling community, and then they discontinued it to my sadness. So there is one called My Reseller Genie. They were actually at FlipCon, an amazing couple that she was a reseller and he was on the tech side, and he created like this software for her. I was thinking about trying that out, but you can write off, I mean, this is not tax advice. I'm not a tax person, but just keep in mind that you can write off things that you spend for your business: mileage, shipping supplies, cost of goods, cleaning supplies. I'm sure there's more that I'm not mentioning right now, but you can write all of those items off. I mean, obviously, you don't want to pay taxes on money that you don't have to. So keep good records. Take the time, find a software that works for you, and whether you do it once a day where you enter all of your stuff in, or whether you do it, just once a month. But I mean, I will show you. I have this organizer that hangs on the wall, and all receipts get put in here. And normally, about once a week, I go through it and enter everything into QuickBooks. I have just a calendar book. Here, I'll show you it. That I keep track of, like, every day, like how much the sales were. If we went to the post office, I write PO on it. And if, we went anywhere, um, like if we went to the Goodwill outlet, I'll write GW. If Justin went out and bought weights, I write where he went, and then like I write the mileage and circle it on my page. I mean, I know there is software out there, there's apps that you can put on your phone to keep track of your mileage. This works for us. I mean, obviously, everybody has their own way of doing stuff, but just make sure that you keep track of these things. Do not. All right, the number 9 thing we do to help our business run smoothly, professionally, and profitably. That even a word? I don't know. Is by trying, not always succeeding, but trying to be consistent with our listings. eBay just seems to like it when you list frequently. Now, I'm not saying you have to be perfect. You hear people say, I haven't missed a day of listing in 3 years. That's not me. I'm not that good. But we try. So as you see, I have a board that hangs up here on the wall, and I just mark down as many listings as I do a day. So you see this, I don't know how well you could see, depending if you're on a phone screen or a huge TV. 27, 22. That day had zero because my sister came into town with family and we hosted everybody at our house. So I didn't get listings done. 23, 20, 19, 17, 23. FlipCon. I didn't list anything while we were at FlipCon. A good reseller would have scheduled listings in advance. Apparently, I wasn't a good reseller that week. Since we got back, 31 I did on that Saturday. Yesterday, I got 12. It's lower on Mondays because on Mondays we have to pack all of our orders, and we also go to 99-cent day at the Salvation Army. So Mondays, normally I don't quite get to 20. So I would say my goal is 20 a day. Sometimes I succeed that. I mean, succeed. Well, sometimes I succeed and surpass. That's what I was looking for. Surpass my goal. And other days I come up a little bit short. But I try my best to consistently list every day. um I don't know, I just personally feel like I feel it. Like when we didn't list those days for FlipCon, and yes, my store is in vacation mode, but we were only gone for a couple days and I turned the vacation mode off on Friday. So I don't think that so much hampered the sales. It was more that I wasn't listing during that time, and I was refreshing old listings, but still sales just really dipped then. So I just feel like the more consistent you can be, the better your sales will be. And the number 10 thing we do to make sure our business is going to be profitable, move items quickly, etc., is to check the sell-through rate. Even Josh at FlipCon provided us with a sticker that says, "Did you check the sell-through rate?" And if you're like, "I don't know what that means," I'm going to show you exactly what that means with a couple examples. So let's go over the first example of sell-through rate. I have this Hallmark ornament here that I got for free in a lot. So I put it in the top, the exact one, and here it brought them all up. You look down here, there are 242 of this ornament listed. Now if I go over to filter, down to sold items, and then hit over, it will show you that there are only 6 sold of that ornament. That is an absolutely horrible sell-through rate. It's at about 2.5%. This would be not a good item to list on eBay. All right, up next are these are bungee resistant bands from an ab lounger. Justin picked those up at the bins. So I typed it in, but it's not bringing me anything. But if I go over to filter, down to sold items, clear over, there are 5 recently sold, anywhere from apparently $15 to $35. So this has an amazing sell-through rate. Obviously, it's 100%. You list it, it's going to sell. So that's it. That's the 10 things we consistently do to hopefully help us run a successful reselling business. If you found any of these tips helpful, you want to talk about some, you want to add some of your own tips, comment below. I'd love to hear what you do to help your business be successful. Or if you disagree with some of the things I talked about, or if you're like, whoa, that's a good idea, let me know. I appreciate you so much taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.